$80 billion. 657 million in liquidations. 275 million student records stolen. All in the last 24 hours, all while your feed was busy serving you memes. 7 tech bombshells just dropped back to back, and by the end of this video you will see Silicon Valley shaking faster than Wall Street can price it in. Bombshell number 1. Insiders just leaked that SpaceX is pulling the IPO trigger on June 12. The company is reportedly trying to raise about $80 billion at a valuation north of $1.75 trillion. If that hits, it instantly becomes the largest IPO in human history. Bigger than Saudi Aramco. Bigger than Alibaba. Bigger than anything Wall Street has ever processed in a single day on the New York Exchange. And here is the twist nobody is talking about. Wall Street is already calling SpaceX Elon's shiny new toy. The fear is that investor capital and attention will siphon straight out of Tesla and into the new ticker. Tesla shares fell about 3% Monday on this news. Across 5 trading days, the stock is down roughly 8%. The so-called Muskonomy premium is starting to crack right in front of us in real time. Even spicier. Veteran analyst Gene Munster just told clients there is a greater than 50% chance Tesla and SpaceX merge within 5 years. Let that sink in. The most valuable car company on Earth and the most valuable private rocket company on Earth, fused into one ticker, run by one man. That is not a meme tweet from a fan account. That is a real call from a real Wall Street pro, hitting wires today. Bombshell number 2. While you were sleeping, Bitcoin just tanked below $77,000. That is a 2-week low, and a 4-day losing streak that nobody on crypto Twitter saw coming this week. The damage in 24 hours? $657 million in liquidations across crypto markets, mostly from leveraged loans getting steamrolled in the middle of the night while retail traders slept through it. Ethereum dropped with it, opening near $21.29, its weakest mark since early April. The trigger is not crypto native this time. It is geopolitics. Middle East tension around the United States and Iran is forcing traders to dump risk fast. And in a wild twist, Iran just launched a Bitcoin maritime insurance platform called Hormuz Safe. Yes, ships can now buy insurance using cryptocurrency. The plot is genuinely unreal. Bombshell number 3. Nvidia's CEO went on the record today and said he expects China to eventually let United States AI chips back into its market. His exact line, "My sense is that over time the market will open." That sentence moves billions. Because right now, Nvidia's share of the Chinese AI chip market has collapsed from a peak of around 95% down to roughly 8%. 8%. Read that one twice. Meanwhile, Chinese domestic AI chips just crossed 55% local market share for the first time ever in the first quarter. The country that used to depend on Nvidia is now feeding itself silicon. And Nvidia's biggest catalyst on the calendar is only 2 days away, an earnings call on May 20th. If Jensen is right, this is the start of the most expensive comeback story in semiconductors. If he is wrong, the air is gone. Bombshell number 4. And this one will make every parent in the room sit up straight. The hacker group Shiny Hunters claims they ripped 275 million user records out of Instructure's Canvas platform. That is the learning system used by schools and universities almost everywhere in North America. We are talking grades, home addresses, parent emails, the works. If true, the fallout is going to hit families for years. And it is not alone. CISA just added a brand new Cisco SD-WAN vulnerability to its exploited list, rated a perfect 10 out of 10 on severity. Federal agencies had a hard deadline to patch by yesterday. On top of that, 3 malicious Node IPC packages went live on the NPM registry overnight, hiding stealer and backdoor code inside trusted libraries. The software supply chain is genuinely on fire right now. Bombshell number 5. Anthropic just rewrote the rules for everyone using Claude. Starting June 15th, Claude agents get metered separately from your normal chat subscription. Translation: if you have been running automated workflows on a flat pro plan, your bill is about to look very different. The Claude Code tool, the Claude Agent SDK, the GitHub Actions integrations, all of it moves to a dedicated credit pool charged at API-style rates. Why does this matter to you? Because the entire AI agent economy was quietly subsidized by chat subscriptions.
Anthropic just yanked the safety net out from under it.
Expect every other major AI lab to copy this pricing structure within 90 days, because right now the unit economics of running long-form autonomous agents are brutal.
The era of unlimited frontier AI for $20 a month is effectively ending tonight. Bombshell number 6.
Apple just slashed iPhone 17 Pro prices in China by 1,000 yuan, roughly 138 United States dollars.
The cuts went live on JD.com and Tmall ahead of the massive 618 shopping festival. This is unusual. Apple almost never discounts a current flagship in its first cycle. The signal is loud and uncomfortable. Demand in China is not what Cupertino needs it to be.
And remember the bigger context here. Huawei, Xiaomi, and Vivo are clawing back premium share month after month in the Chinese market. A $138 cut on a flagship is not a casual marketing move. It is a defensive maneuver. Pair that with the messy iMessage update rolling out today, which somehow makes encrypted messaging more complicated, not less, and Apple's entire week is suddenly looking very stressful at the top.
Bombshell number 7. Microsoft commissioned an entire study just to argue that the MacBook Neo is not a threat to its laptop business.
Read that sentence again slowly. A trillion-dollar company published a defensive white paper trying to convince you that cheap Windows laptops are still fine. When the market leader writes a defensive paper, that is the tell. Apple's new chip strategy is rattling Redmond way more than they want to publicly admit.
And the numbers underneath back the panic up.
Microsoft's generative AI run rate is now around $37 billion a year, growing 123%.
The cloud business is on fire in printing money. So why panic about a laptop launch? Because the AI PC battle decides which assistant lives on your machine. Whoever owns the device owns the next decade of computing. That is what this white paper is really about. Now zoom out for a second.
In one 24-hour window we got the largest IPO in history teed up, a $500 million crypto wipeout, Nvidia's CEO calling the bottom in China, the biggest education hack ever recorded, the death of flat fee AI, an iPhone fire sale across Asia, and Microsoft going publicly defensive about laptops.
Tell me with a straight face that is normal. It is absolutely not. These are not 7 random stories.
They are the same story told 7 different ways.
Capital is consolidating around fewer winners, faster than regulators can possibly keep up with.
Hardware, software, energy, finance, education, security.
Every single layer is being rewritten by AI competition and the people who control the chips that train it. The pace is no longer monthly or even weekly. It is hourly now, and accelerating.
And here is the uncomfortable truth.
None of this slows down from here. SpaceX IPO documents are coming any week. Nvidia earnings hit this Wednesday. Google I/O opens Tuesday with Android 17 and a new Gemini drop. Anthropic flips its meter in under a month.
If you blink, you will miss the next bombshell, and somebody else will be quoting it back to you in their video while you are still trying to catch up.
Bookmark this exact date. May 18, 2026.
When historians look back at the year private rockets, autonomous AI agents, and chip nationalism collided into one storm, they will point straight at this week. The companies you ignore today are the headlines you cannot escape next month.
The smart move right now is not panic.
It is paying attention before the rest of your feed catches up to what just happened.
So now I want to hear from you directly. Out of these 7 bombshells, which one shakes the next 90 days the hardest? Is it the SpaceX IPO that breaks Tesla, the China chip flip that resets Nvidia, or the education hack that nobody is screaming about yet? Drop your pick in the comments, tell me exactly why, and I will pin the sharpest takes at the top of the next update video. Heavy stuff worth a second watch. Like and subscribe if you want more of this, we'll be back soon.